What's up, y'all? Now check me out. I've been doing some research on a little Durk case, and it's not looking too good for bro. I think bro cooked. I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to be on the fence, like, oh, they don't got enough evidence, and yitty 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 and yada yada yada. They keep adding charges, and now the people on his at first it was cool. Then they started adding charges, and now they saying people on his case are starting to tell too. I think Lil Durk need to plead out, but at the same time, I don't think they gonna let Lil Durk plead. I think they gonna make him take this to trial, bro. So with that being said, I think Lil Durk is cooked, and this is coming from a Durk fan, bro. I fuck with Durk. I've been fucking with Durk since Bang Bro, since This Ain't What You Want. Like I was there for party. Let's do a party. Like I was there. But we finna read this little court case real quick. We finna read this news clip, and y'all let me know what y'all think, bro. We finna read this for sure. We finna see what's going on for sure. Lil Durk co-defendants filed motions to severe ties from rapper and murder for hire case. Two defendants in a murder for hire trial of rapper Lil Durk are once again seeking to distance themselves from this case. In court documents read by complex OTF members OTF DD, legal name DeAndre Wilson, and Brown Eyes, legal name David Lindsay, have scheduled hearings after renewing their motions to severe from the case of Lil Durk, legal name Dirk Devontae Banks. In Wilson's filing, the attorneys maintain that their client's alleged involvement is limited to the August 2022 shooting attempt on rapper Quando Rondo, fatally shot in the incident which occurred in Los Angeles, which his close friend and distant cousin, Save Robinson, attorneys also argue that what was initially a shooting case has evolved into a racketeering prosecution built on a multi-state history of violence, including a 2019 shooting in Atlanta, an attempted murder of Rondon, Rondon in Black Hill, Georgia, and in 2021 a Chicago murder in 2022. Neither Wilson or Lindsay is mentioned in the Chicago shootings. So boom, I just read y'all this. I just read y'all that. So what's going on is on top of this Quando Rondo shooting, they adding two other shootings to this case right before trial. And this don't have nothing to do with the Quando Rondo shooting. They adding the shooting that was with King Von and another Chicago shooting. So this not good. This don't have nothing to do with the Quando Rondo stuff. Then look, check this out. A third defendant, OTF member Boogie, legal name Asia Houston, seeks to be served serves entirely from his co-defendants and has held firm to the joint trial date of August 20th after being charged with racketeering, conspiracy to commit stalking, and possession and use of a firearm. Wilson claimed that his only connection to the Atlanta shooting is arriving to a video shoot weeks later where Dirk had a display for $1 million cash. Overseeing the case is Judge Michael W. Fitzgerald, who denied the first severance request in February, highlighting the point that defendants who are charged with the same alleged plot are usually prosecuted together. So these guys trying to get off the case, saying that they didn't have nothing to do with these other shootings. We just had something to do with this. But they trying to charge them with racketeering. So they trying to charge them all together, and they not trying to be charged together. So it's looking like Dirk is finna get told on, bro. We gonna keep reading though. Last week, lawyers for Dirk maintained their client's innocence after gang-related murder charge was added to the case, alleged that Durk oversaw a criminal enterprise and rewarded members for carrying out violent orders. So, I mean, bro, I don't think it's looking too good for Durk, bro. I don't think it's looking too good. Right before trial, they add you two more charges, and they're not small charges, they're murder charges, bro. And then the people OTFDD and whoever the other person is on your case, they got these other two people on your case that don't want to be a part of it no more. So it's looking like they're gonna tell on you. This is not good. This is not good at all. So and then we gonna check this out too. We gonna watch a little bit of this. We're gonna watch a little bit of what academics gotta say about it. We're gonna watch a little bit of what academics gotta say about this.
Remember, it was an anecdotal type of snitching. It was like, yo, I was at a trap house with the guys, and then Big Jook came in, and Big Jook told us he had money on Dolph's head, and we basically got recruited for a contract killing at that point. Right? That was supposed to be the story. And Hernandez Govan was the middleman. But now apparently the middleman is not, the middleman got free because only one person told that story. It'd be different if like 5 did. So we'll see. Anyway, here we go. The third superseding indictment is here. Give me a second. And Durk's team did put out a statement. There's a little bit more info here on. There's a little bit more info here on the evidence that they have on Durk. Give me one. Let's open this up. They also mentioned that co-conspirator 3, which is like an assistant or something, someone who was booking flights, they're saying that it's relevant and they're not just a person only booking flights, which also kind of goes into maybe this person also is snitching as well, because they probably either got a proffer or something to prevent them from being charged. But the person who booked the flights, they supposedly provided evidence that in the days following or days coming, they used to be sending text messages about Quando to Durk. So it was something that it was constant conversation. They were tracking Quando's whereabouts. Okay, let's get into this. So the grand jury is now charging 4 individuals, and it went from 6 to 4. The 2 people who are removed are OTF Vani and Flocka. Okay,
it went from 6 people to 4. See,
Flocka is from Gary, Indiana. He's supposed to be one of the people who, not too sure if he's one of the shooters, but he was supposed to be one of the people who were in the plot. He's been removed, and Vonnie's been removed. Now, I know people keep talking about OTF Jam. We don't know if he's telling, but we definitely know right now that Vonnie and Flocka are no longer in the case officially. So Durk is still charged, aka Little Durk, Blood, Schmirk, Little Dude. That's what they call him. Didi still charged. OTF Didi, DeAndre Dontrell Wilson, aka OTF Didi, Threat, Big Threat, and D-Ski. David Brian Lindsay, aka Brown Eyes, is still charged. And Asa Houston is still charged. His name is OTF Boogie. Now, the charges are a little bit different this time around. So now they have murder in aid of racketeering. So they're actually involved in a racketeering charge. I'm going to try to explain to you in a little bit maybe why they're going down that path, but let's keep it going. So murder in aid of racketeering, conspiracy to commit stalking, and stalking resulted in death, and conspiracy of use of interstate facilities to commit murder for hire resulting in death. They also have um, conspiracy for possessing, using, and discharging a firearm, machine gun, furtherance of a crime, and yeah. Now, what the big change is here is that the prosecutors have taken a murder for hire case, which is conspiracy as well, and they've trumped it up into a racketeering case. Why might they be doing that? Well, a racketeering case is easier to prove. A racketeering case, all you got to do is prove that people are in what's called a racket. If they have been doing crimes cognizantly, planning stuff for over a certain amount of period, and it usually takes two predicate offenses, that is racketeering. Okay. Now you might also be saying, what's the difference between just racketeering and then, RICO? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so RICO is racketeering, influence, corrupt organizations. And the main thing is that you have to establish structure. So you got to establish structure among those people for it to be a RICO. You could be in a racket with individuals, but it might not have that structure. Okay. So that's
With that being said, bro, Lil Durk might be cooked. Cause they not even finna hit y'all with a Rico. Y'all not even organized. Y'all renegade gangsters together. They can prove that. They gonna be able to prove that with the feds and the state. Maybe not, bro. But in the feds, they don't need that much information to prove that against y'all, bro. Y'all cooked. I don't even want to say this, bro. I really don't. This is coming from a Lil Durk fan. So the albums that I got on my phone, I'm finna really have to that's all I'm finna have to listen to from Lil Durk. Sad to say, but let me know if y'all think I'm wrong in the comments down below. Let me know if you think Lil Durk gonna have a chance whenever his case come up in August. He got a chance to beat it. At first, I did think that he did have a chance to beat it, but after reading what we read and listening to a little bit of academics, bro, I think he cooked. Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, hype the post. We'll be back with y'all later, man.